comes to savings, I've heard a lot of excuses like I'm still in school, I don't earn much, I'm yet to get that promotion, and blah blah blah.
But we know people, or even yourself, who earn a bit much more but cannot still save a penny. So you ask yourself, why can't you just save even a little more? And while there are a lot of factors that account for this, the primary reason is that most people do not know how to manage their money. So today I want us to look at 5 hacks that can help you save a lot of money. Yeah, no matter how much salary you earn, these hacks can help you save as much money as you want to, if only you are willing to stick to them. And I'm not going to give you any magic hacks. There are things that we know every day but forget to put them into action. Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm Franca, and on the channel talk all things that allow us to holistically level up. And the first thing I want to talk about is calculate our total income and total cost of living. Let's go back to the drawing board. So how much do you earn and how much does it cost you to live? With how much you earn in a month, 2 weeks, or the duration with which you calculate your income, you have to bring together all our income sources, including the little monies we earn from side hustles, gifts, or even selling something valuable. One disservice we do ourselves is that we neglect most monies that do not come through an official paycheck. But no little money should be left behind when calculating how much you earn, because all those little incomes you think are negligible are not negligible at all. If you bring them together, they can solve a problem that you have no idea of. So hold on, don't spend that gift money yet. Bring it together and let's know how much we earn for the month. Now that that is out of the way, you need to calculate how much it costs you to live. After estimating how much it costs you to live, you subtract it from how much you earn. And if at the end of the day you still have debt you are yet to pay, purchases you are yet to make payments for, and money you borrow that is not paid yet, then you should know that you are living way above your means, or you need to make more money. The next thing you're going to do if you want to save more is to draw a strategic financial plan. So here is Grace. Grace earns 300 cedis working as a receptionist. He pays 750 as rent. And by the end of the second week into the new month, Grace has depleted everything and is waiting frantically for the next paycheck or calling on family and friends to give her something to live on. And I know a lot of us are like Grace. But here's the thing, you cannot be a master of big money if you cannot manage the little that you have right now. And I'll always say that money has its own plans, especially on shopping apps and at the mall. Money has its own plans, and if you do not direct it in a way it should go, it flies by itself. Before you could say Jack, it's gone to places it's not supposed to go, and you'll be left empty-handed. Because where there's no vision, people perish, and your money might as well perish because you have no vision for it. You need to be very intentional with how much money you intend to save, how much money you intend to spend on necessities, which include food, shelter, utility, and all that you require to survive, as well as allocate money for emergency fund before treating yourself if there's any left. Now, how this is done is entirely dependent on you, based on where you stay, what kind of work you do, and the financial situation surrounding your life. Next thing I want to talk about is conducting a lifestyle audit. So you ask yourself, why am I talking about this when I promised to give you hacks to save? If you do not work on the foundations, every other thing you build on it will collapse with no time. The lifestyle audit is necessary because it helps you to review your income streams, your spending habits, and your current lifestyle to see if it falls in plan with your long-term and short-term financial goals. Are you living above your means or below your means? Are you making purchases that are unplanned, keeping up with friends and family just to make yourself happy? Because at times lifestyle inflation creeps into our life without we noticing it, and this is necessary so we ensure that we are spending money in the most efficient way. Because as humans, it's just normal that the moment we start earning more, we begin to buy things that give us status. But that is not necessary. If you cannot buy that thing without having to deplete all your savings and live in discomfort, then you don't have to. It's not necessary. You don't need it. Because the moment you start buying things that give you status, like iPhone, changing from iPhone to Android, you realize that you need a MacBook. You realize that you need an this, that, and begin upgrading your life to match up with society or in a way that is not even necessary for you at the moment. I'm not saying that if you've made the money, if you've made it and you want to live the life, you should not do it. But if you are in a position where you want to save, then there are things that you don't need to entangle yourself with, like being consistently pushed by friends and family to upgrade your life or do certain things that are not in alignment with your financial goals. Once you are able to put number 1, 2, and 3 in place, there's no way you can get anything to save. So if you are able to put something down, if you are able to allocate a percentage of your money, let's say 10% or 20% to save every month, then you are in a position to do number 4, which is to put your money or savings to work. I would advise that except you have very specific short-term financial goals, nothing should prevent you from putting your money to work. Because 10,000 cedis in your bank account today will not be the same 10,000 cedis in the next 3 months. So if you allow your savings to lie in a low-yield savings account for a couple of months, its value reduces because of inflation. If you don't know what inflation is, it's the price of goods and services that keep rising with time. Let me give you an example. In the middle of last year, a bag of rice, 5 kilos of rice, was around 35 cedis. Before November, December, even up to now, that same bag of rice is around 100 Ghana cedis, okay? Because there was so much increase in the prices of goods and services. The dollar rose, and if you have your money saved to buy that same item, you cannot buy it. You need to add more money to it to buy the same thing. And that is the same thing that happens to your money. If you keep it in a service account, which is a low-use service account, and you go to withdraw it later on, you cannot use it to buy the things you plan for because those things are now way more expensive. You can invest your money in a business, in a profitable venture, or put it in money vehicles that allow you to make more money. And even if you decide to just save it, make sure that it is saved in a high yield savings account so that at the end of the day, you get something later on top to compensate for the value that it's going to lose. And if at this point you are still not practicing any of those things that we've said, then you are making a lot of money mistakes. You are making big money mistakes that are going to cost you a lot of money. So you would want to watch this video where I share with you some of the money mistakes that you're making, which you need to avoid so you can holistically level up and see yourself traveling the next step to being a better self. Because in as much as we have decided to be better selves on this channel, you cannot do that without money. You cannot level up without money. You need money to level up in a soft way. So watch that video next, and to see you next time, take care of yourself. Bye bye.